pen is one of the most important tools that we carry with us every day. As part of my pocket carry, I carry a single pen, but as part of my wider everyday carry in my backpack, in my pouches, in my car, I carry a number of pens. There's a perfect pen for every occasion, and I'd like to have it on me when that occasion arises. So today, I want to go through the 10 pens that I carry with me every single day. For me, growing up, pens held a special place. My father was a pen fanatic, and his love language was giving away pens. I didn't know what they meant at the time, but I saw his fascination with the object, and that carried over with me for many things in my life. So I'd like to start today's list with a pen that he gave me 28 years ago. At the time, I knew that it was a big deal, and little did I know that it would actually be the most expensive pen on the table today. And that is the Parker Sonnet. So that is a ballpoint pen made by Parker. It says France on it, so I'm not sure if it's made in France, but probably. The Sonnet is the oldest pen that I have. It is incredibly nice to write with. Parker refills are famous for being some of the best refills out there. I use this for special occasions. So if I have a nice evening out that I'm wearing a suit, I'm going to a wedding, this is the pen that I have on me. And whenever I have something important to sign, this is the pen I sign with. I find it a bit too valuable to carry with me on a daily basis, but it's something that I will reach for every time I have a special occasion. So I consider it as one of my most important pens. The second one is actually a pencil. It is called a Fixpencil by the Swiss company Caran, and it was given to me by my dad as well, the only other pen on today's list that is. And he gave this to me 25 years ago. I used to draw growing up, like draw cartoons and things like that. And he gave me this, and it's a lead holder. It's not a mechanical pencil. It is a mechanical pencil, but it's not like the typical mechanical pencil. It's the one that have the thick lead, which I find to be extremely nice to write with. I keep this pencil with me at the office. When I'm taking notes for kind of super quick notes where I'm a bit aggressive, I'm drawing things all over the place, this is the one I go to. The thickness of the lead here beats any other pencil that I can write with, because most other pencils need to have either a very sharp point like the mechanical pencils do, or they need to be resharpened like the normal pencils do. So this actually can be resharpened. The cap here is a small sharpener. The lead lasts a long time. They're readily available. It looks different. It's made of metal, and it's not super expensive. I think it is $26. So it's not cheap for a pencil, but it's not the most expensive thing out there. I love this thing. Number 3, and I'm going in chronological order here, I think, with the introduction of these pens in my life. So number 3 is the Sharpie. I'm not going to review a Sharpie. We all know what it's good for and what it does. And it's one of the most important things to have on you for a variety of reasons. So I keep this in my EDC kit that stays in my backpack. And I like the classical Sharpie. I found the one that had the two ends. One is a Sharpie fine point and one is the Sharpie. For some reason, I didn't like the look. I like the classic Sharpie look. Kind of looks like a bullet space pen, and I like having it on me. Number 4 is the Parker Jotter. Now, I'm not huge on fidgeting with pens, but this is the most fidget-friendly pen that I've seen. I don't like bolt action pens that much, so clicky pens are the next closest thing. This uses the Parker refills. And I think, sorry about fidgeting, this is the pen that they were using for the James Bond scene where like the click was to turn the bomb on and the click was to turn it off, and he was counting the clicks. So it was a very iconic scene. I don't remember which movie it was, but anyway, back to that. So this is the Parker refill. I really like it. I need a ballpoint pen to be around me, and usually I think as part of my EDC, this is the only ballpoint pen other than my Fisher Space Pen that's on me at all times, through my backpack, that is. So whenever we're signing official documents, they require a ballpoint pen. They don't like felt tip pens or fountain pens. So I have this on me all the time. I love to write with it. It's very cheap. It's very light. And I love the writing experience, and I love that it's smaller than usual pens. Number 5 is the Uniball Uni Pin. This is a felt tip pen. They come in varying line weights from 0.03 to 0.8. They are amazing to write with, amazing to draw with. It's I think the best value for money on the table. This is $2 as part of a pack, but the single pen costs $2. And I use this all the time if I'm thinking on paper. And I do that with a lot of kind of diagrams and lines going all over the place. So when I'm thinking on paper, this is the pen that I use. If I want to mark something, this is the pen that I use. If I'm marking like a piece of wood that I'm cutting and I don't have a pencil, this is the pen that I would use. But I think the Unipin is one of the most underrated felt tip pens out there, and I highly recommend that you pick up a set of those that will come, I think, in various weights as well. Pay $12 for it, give it a try, you won't be sorry. Number 6 is another pencil. So I keep the Caran dash at the office, but I need to carry a pencil with me. And my pencil of choice is the Rotring 500 mechanical pencil. It's a metal construction. I think it's very, very beautifully designed. It's very comfortable to hold. I usually don't like pens with knurling because it gets a bit too uncomfortable after a while, but this is actually comfortable. I like it. It's grippy but soft, and I usually don't use a pencil for a long period of time. Like, I don't write a lot with pencils. I'm mostly drawing with them or writing or marking or doing something like that, so the knurling doesn't bother me. So I have other pencils as well that I use, but this is the one that I carry with me, the Rotring 500 mechanical pencil. Number 7 is my actual EDC pen. This is the pen that goes in my alpaca zip pouch or in my wallet, whatever the wallet is, or in my pocket if my wallet cannot accommodate a pen. This is the Fisher Bullet Space Pen. I'm sure you've seen it before, you've heard of it before. It kind of pressurized, writes in the rain, writes upside down. I actually don't care about the pressurized part. I care about the form factor and the writing experience. I really like the writing experience. You need to press a bit more than other pens, but I like that. The lines are thick. Oftentimes that's great when I'm writing in, like, with big real estate. When I'm writing in a small notebook, sometimes I wish for the pen to have a thinner insert there, but all in all, I really like the writing experience of this pen. In everyday carry, this is my pen of choice, the Fisher Space Pen. Number 8, another Rotring, which is a German company. That's the 600 3-in-1. This is a combination pen, black pen, red ballpoint pen, and mechanical pencil. It is actually a lot slimmer than you would think something like that is. I keep this in my car. Allows me, instead of having a bunch of pens in my car, pen and a pencil and all of that, allows me to have a single one, and limits the clutter in the car. I like the writing experience. It's a bit too thick for me. It's not a thick pen or like a girthy pen at all, but for me, I like something a little bit thinner, which means if I'm note taking and I know that I'm going to write for the next hour, this will not be my pen of choice. But this is not the point behind it. So the construction, it's built like a tank, but it gets a bit scratched up and I don't know. It doesn't look like patina. It just looks like it's not clean. And maybe it's not clean and I need to clean it. but this is just me keeping it in my car and using it a lot. So I really like it. It's not cheap, but I think it is $36, but I would buy it again if it got lost. Number 9, the Lamy Rollerball pen. It started out with, first off, Lamy got my attention purely for design. I tend to also pay attention to German companies in terms of quality. So I tried their fountain pen, the Safari fountain pen as well. I loved the shape. I loved the look. I loved the shape they made, the kind of triangular shape that they made here makes holding the pen, especially the way I hold it, super comfortable, because I hold the pen, I don't hold it this way, I hold it that way. So I put a lot of pressure on that finger, and it's super comfortable. I wish they made a ballpoint insert, but this has a rollerball insert, which is fine. So yeah, so after I tried the fountain pen, found that fountain pens are not really for me. My dad tried to kind of convince me to use a fountain pen for many years growing up. I never liked them, so I thought I would give them a try. Afterwards, I loved the pen, so I decided to get the rollerball variant of the Safari. And it's been great. This lives in my tech pack. I love looking at it every day. I don't use it as much as the other pens, but I like having it in case I need it. The last pen and the latest edition is the Zebra F301. They are, I love the proportions, I love the size. I've always loved Zebra pens. Again, this is one of the brands that I was introduced to growing up. And I love how they write. The form factor, the design here is great. Not a huge fan of the knurling and the plastic part here. I don't know what it's called, but in this part. But again, this is a pen that I've used it a bit, not for more than a few minutes. So I'd like to give it a try to see if it's comfortable or not to write with, but I love the line, the insert, and it's a great gift pen. I've already given away 2 of these, and it's the metal cap, the metal construction makes it appear to be more valuable than it actually is, and it's a nice little pen. I would, if I lost the Fisher Space Pen, this would go in my wallet. So the question is, of those 10 pens, if I were to choose one, the only pen that I will get to ever use again, the only pen that I would get to carry on me, the only pen that I would use, period, it would actually be the Uniball Uni Pin. This is, I think, the most versatile. And for a while, I think about 10 years ago, I spent around 2 years walking around with this as my EDC pen. It never failed me. And it allows me to draw, to sketch, to color in, to write for hours and not be tired. They're cheap, easily replaceable. So yeah, my pick out of the 10 pens would be the Uni Pin, and I would like to keep my 2 kind of treasured pens, the Sonnet and the Caran, just because of their sentimental value. I'll set them aside. I'm not going to use them, use the Uni Pin, but I'd like to keep those as well. So this has been my collection of EDC pens. Each and every one of them is perfect for one of the uses that I need them for. I like having them. I like owning pens. And I don't believe that pens need to be that expensive, apart from the Parker that was gifted to me by an adult at the time. That's for $90. Everything here ranges from $1 for the Sharpie to, I think, $36 for the Rotring 3-in-1. So yeah, I'd love to see people's pens collections, and I'd love to hear about them in the comments if you want to recommend something for me to try. If you like this, click like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. This is a new channel. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I invite you to go back and look at some of the videos that I had made and uploaded over this past week. Yeah, thank you.